Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Pookie here. Right, we've got another quadcopter for review for today. This quadcopter is the Q333. Now this has been made by a company called Wltoys. Now if you can't tell already, this is a Inspire clone or replica, smaller version, brushed motors, and it does actually come with the 5.8 gig FPV system, which is pretty neat. And believe it or not, this actually transforms mid-flight at a touch of a button. There's 3 different modes for it. That drops the belly down to the bottom and drops it down, up above and in the middle. As you can see, I put my arm in the shot just to show you the size of it. The battery as well, it looks, well, the only way I can describe the battery and the fitting for it is like a old kettle lead. It's a bit of a rudimentary fit, but you know, that's what comes with this quadcopter. I believe it's a 200 milliamp battery, so you could get flight time with this for about 8 minutes, which is pretty decent for a quadcopter of this weight and size, especially with it being brushed motors. Now the props simply just screw off and screw on as so. Each prop's marked out with the corresponding direction to turn, and it just literally not clicks in, but it just slots in into a nice little groove that's inside the propeller, and then you just screw the top back on. Make sure it's screwed down tight. Now each screw for each corner is both corners are different threads, so be careful you don't turn it too hard one way and cross thread it. The good thing, it comes with extra propellers too, which is always a bonus. Now to the controls. As you can see, it's pretty much a generic controller. We've got a little LCD panel that lights up and tells you a few little different pieces about it. Now these 3 buttons here on the side are the different modes of rate. So we've got a 60%, 80%, sorry, 40%, 60% and 80%. The other buttons are a headless mode to turn the lights off and perform a different flips. That button at the top there is to make the quadcopter change shape whilst in mid-flight, and the top trigger on the left hand side is for photographs. Now we've got the on and off switch there for the video receiver, and that receives the video feed directly live from the drone. So what we'll do is we'll just plug this battery in now, just quickly show you. So as you can see there by looking on the screen, everything's pretty live. There's not really much lag with this. It's pretty good. It's pretty good from what I found so far. It does the job. But as I say, yep, you can take the sun visor off and put it back on, depending obviously if you're flying at night time and you don't want the sun visor in the way, you can just clip that off. That's one of the things I do like about the LCD screen that comes with this quadcopter. You can clip that off, which is pretty decent. So all in all, I actually really like this quadcopter. I mean, it's a beautiful design. Obviously it's a DJI design, but nonetheless, if you're looking for a quadcopter on a budget and you want something that, you know, does look really nice, I would go with this one. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to get it ready, take it outside and get ready for a quick flight. So see you in a sec, guys. So now we've jumped over to the quadcopter, see what the camera's like. Now the camera is only a 0.3 megapixel, which I thought, to be honest, you know, with a quadcopter like this, they probably could have gone with a little bit more of a, you know, a better quality megapixel camera. But it does record in 720, so we do get a HD. And as you can see, it's pretty decent. I mean, I was flying this around, and as I do with pretty much all the quadcopters that I get, and I actually really enjoyed this one. The way it transitions in flight is just, it's just something else. I mean, I can understand why the Inspire is such a, you know, a top selling drone, because it's just aesthetically beautiful. It's a really good quadcopter. One of the things I noticed about this, if you're flying, because of the way the camera's positioned in the nose, it does point a little bit down. So if you're a beginner and you're wanting to do a little bit of the slow flight, now as I say, I have this on the high rates of flight, so the tilt is pretty aggressive. You know, if you're just using this on a slow tilt on one of the lower modes, like 60% or 40%, you shouldn't have the problem of looking down too much. But all in all, you know, it's a good quadcopter. It's pretty big, it's decent, you know, it's beefer, it looks the part, and you know, if you wanted to show off or something like that, and you've, you know, not got a big budget, I think I'd definitely rate this quadcopter. I think this one would be the one for you. I mean, as I say with all quadcopters, I always recommend that you get extra batteries, because it's always good just to have extra batteries. You know, you don't want to just, you know, have the one fly and then that be over then for the next, you know, 200 minutes, because I believe the charge time is actually 200 minutes on this, which is roughly about 3 hours. So it is what it is, really. The wait time, it's not one of my favourite wait times, but I'm pretty sure you can get a decent balance charger for about 25 quid. I'll put one of them. I'll put the link to that in the description if you want, as well as with this quadcopter. I'll put all the links in the description to this, so if you want to buy one, check it out over at gearbest.com. So that's pretty much it for the review, guys. So if you did like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and as always, guys, peace out.